The horses rush the burial area. The 12 guys scatter, drop the shovel. Oh, one guy runs, steps on the shovel, takes the handle to the face, and goes down. The horses rush the group. The guys are running. They're getting trampled. By the way, Dancing Dwarf and 49 people, here come 12 very startled war horses rushing over the hill with split seconds for you to react. What do you
yell, "What is that?"
You yell, "What is that?"
I yell, "Look over there."
Look over there.
Look up here. Look up here.
Basically, chaos ensues as 49 people scatter. The horses now are barreling directly at you. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of the way of the path of the horses.
Okay, dive out of the way. Nillian?
I'm gonna do the same, but can I do that while simultaneously casting shield?
You've got to cast shield or dodge.
I'll just dodge then.
Okay. That is successful. A number of people are trampled and hurt as the horses pass by you and continue off into the woods and don't even stop. What do you do?
Are the groupies hurt?
Oh yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
The ones that didn't get directly trampled are hurt from trampling each other, basically.
Time to
He's
sign
asking
more
questions that
caskets.
Yeah. It's good for business. No, he's asking the questions that matter.
All right.
Okay,
so at this point, Zach, you can take an action. Sako.
I get
You can take an action.
All right. There's nobody left at the kobold burial except the body of the kobold?
Yeah, there's nobody left. Right. They did get most of the dirt more or less put back in the hole. Drop the shovel. There's a knocked out guy. There are trampled guys. And of course, on the other side of the mound, as the other characters are aware, there's a lot of trampled people. Yeah.
Okay. I want to go look at the body of the kobold they were trying to bury. Keeping an eye on Handleface.
It's buried. It's under the dirt.
Oh, he's already gone. Okay, then I want to go to Handleface and see if he has anything on him.
While he's doing that,
he is deceased.
Oh wow.
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
While he's doing that, can I go? I want to check like the other bodies and just make sure they're all dead.
I'm also approaching them as they're doing. He's doing.
I'm saying, hey Vidar, don't burn anything yet.
I'm not. Just check out the kobold.
Yeah. So Nillian, you would hear that. You would hear Sako say, "Hey, Vidar, don't burn anything yet." You don't know what that's in relation to. It may be something you need to check out.
Yeah.
Okay. And Borgin, what do you do?
I'm gonna
wounded groupies.
Yeah. Well, I see Nillian walking back, so I'm gonna walk back with him.
You're going to leave your wounded groupies.
Bold
He's
move,
going to
Cotton.
become the heartless dancing dwarf.
Bold move, Cotton.
Oh, wow.
See how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him. I'm a stubborn dwarf. I'm just leaving him.
You're cold, man.
Wow. That would give me comfort as a party member.
Hey, just saying,
Don't
if your
get
friends
wounded
don't dance,
around the dwarf. Wow.
Dance, then they're no
As I
friends of
regroup,
mine.
I say, "Oh, I'm glad I got rid of those guys."
I caught that.
Wow. Yes, sort of a chill descends in the air, and somewhere a sparrow dies. Yeah. So, all right. So you go back over, and now you're kind of checking out the burial site around the kobold. There's a dead guy. What do you want to do with all of that?
I'm examining Handleface. I want to see if I want to check for any like any weird stuff like the other guy had.
Well, actually,
Anything I
you
don't
find
recognize.
underneath the cloak, that cloak was a disguise. Underneath the cloak, he's a city guardsman.
He's not a kobold.
Right.
Wait, is this the kobold that they buried?
No.
Or
No.
This is the guy
Guy
that
who
got knocked out by the
stepped on the
shovel.
shovel?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a city
Remember
guardsman.
The
Okay.
gold. Yeah, the horses had Baron Mafir's insignia.
Right.
Yeah, and so the guys that were standing there, if you can extrapolate from the one guy what the other ones were doing, they were all wearing just kind of generic, filthy cloaks, but that was just to cover that they were city guardsmen.
Okay. While I'm checking each one for like see if they're dead, I want to check their wrists and see if I can find another one of those bracelets.
All right.
Just
Well, there's just
curiosity.
the one guy. He does not have one of them.
Oh, it's just the only guy that's still there is the shovel face?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. The other guys that got trampled seem to have gotten up now, and they're chasing off after their horses, and they appear to be stepping on and over the wounded groupies.
Oh god.
Groupies didn't want anything except to dance.
They just wanted to dance.
Vidar, check for any kind of like royal orders or anything, like any kind of papers, anything.
Well, Sako is checking the body right now. I
Sako's
was,
checking.
Yeah, I'm checking.
yeah, I was
But
actually.
I'm gonna
Okay.
let them know.
And actually, you do. So you find in kind of a belt pouch some handwritten orders from a supervisor who is stating to them, take the body of the kobold, go and bury it in the mound. Don't let anyone see you. So this was their way of carrying out. So now it's not just some random group thing, but an actual supervisor among the city guard gave orders in his capacity as a city guard to go and bury the kobold with this insignia.
Does it have a seal?
In fact, it does.
Take it.
Okay.
Wait, who took it?
Who took
I
the
guess-
seal? It
I
doesn't
guess
seem like a
Sako.
seal. I didn't. You want me to take the seal? I can.
Yes.
Do you know how
I think
heavy
it's okay.
seals are? Not to mention they're not even native to part of the country. I don't know why I'm supposed to take one. Yeah, no. I'm gonna take anything that he's got. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up and take with me.
All right. You find that he has on his person 20 gold pieces,
4 caskets.
the pouch belt, of course. He is wearing chainmail armor. It is worn. It's in need of repair. But hey, it's chainmail. Now, whether or not it belongs to him or the city is another. Boots, belt, helm, gloves. That's about it.
I'm taking the gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care for any of the armor. I'll leave that, but I'll take the paperwork and everything else.
I want to grab.
I
the
just
shovel.
realized the armor is too tall for everybody in the party anyway, so it's human-sized.
I want to grab the shovel
Okay.
and start taking the dirt off the kobold.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically dig out the kobold, and it takes a few minutes, but that's all right. You've got time. The groupies aren't going anywhere. By the way, did I mention the whole time you're unburying him, you hear lots of painful moaning from the other side of the burial mound area. Yeah.
You should go dance for them.
That'll heal them.
Yeah.
You finally uncover the kobold enough that the he's still kind of packed in loose dirt, but you can get your hands under him and pull him up. What do you want to do?
I want to check them. I want to see if they planted that clothes on him or like anything.
Well, one
that he
thing
has
you
on
can
himself.
tell, he's really scrawny and malnourished. So he's been perhaps held captive for a while and kind of intentionally starved. He's got bruises about the face, so he's been roughed up. His studded leather doesn't fit well. It's too big for him now because he's lost a tremendous amount of weight through whatever he was enduring. What else do you want to try to do?
Vidar,
don't burn him. I don't think that's necessary. Just yet.
He's already dead.
I can see the fire in your eyes, but
Did they burn? Did they bury?
see,
Did they,
you're really
that's what I
getting into
do.
character.
Did they
That's
bury
not good.
anything with it? With him alongside him?
There is nothing else in the pit.
Guys,
Okay.
what is going on? So it's city guard. So horses with Baron Mafir's emblem, insignia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then city guards.
City guardsmen planted this kobold here with this cloak, I think, to maybe incite a riot or something. There's some ulterior motive here that we don't know that they're
Well,
doing.
no, because they're burying. So here's my thoughts.
But they
right?
weren't supposed to
Why
let
are they
anybody
burying
know.
it?
Yeah, they didn't want anybody to know. So
Nobody's supposed to know.
Kind of riot. I think they were just
Cover up.
to cover up. I
For-
think they had this
for what, if
kobold
nobody knew?
captured. Yeah, no, I think they had him captured and they were torturing, possibly considering that you said he's lost a lot of of weight. and
Significant
goes
body
up.
weight.
He looks
Significant.
tortured. He looks tortured.
Yes, he's yes.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hmm.
while you're kind of talking and working with all this, you catch kind of a glint, a metallic glint, off of one wrist, and checking that he has one of these communicator things on his wrist.
The kobold?
Which is really bizarre because the other worlder, who's definitely not kobold, not from here, had that. Also had the saber insignia on his cloak. Why does a kobold, who's clearly from here in a fantasy setting, what's he doing with an off-world insignia and a communicator, and why does the city guard have him?
Why is a tortured kobold in possession of a...
Why are they
Remember-
burying him without anyone wanting to know?
Well, you have to remember that when the giant pyramid Stargate looking thing came down and killed.
What is
all
a Stargate?
What is a Stargate? I
I've never heard of this term.
When
Must
they,
get hit by a horse pretty hard.
must get hit by a horse pretty hard. I did.
I
I'm
take
a
the
simple
bracelet.
Lascar.
I take the bracelet.
Okay.
They were,
Okay.
they were aiming for kobolds. They disintegrated kobolds and
Right.
went back into the sky. They didn't target any of the other 50 humans that were there, including ourselves.
That's right.
That's true. That's very true.
So there's that. Baron of Fear knows more than he's letting on.
I
We should
want
go talk to the
to.
Baron.
I want to go to the kobold. Is it possible for me to take, maybe a piece out of maybe cloth or something that has the insignia logo on it?
Yes, actually, you determined that you'd be able to take like a dagger or something and cut
Sure.
the insignia. Yeah. By the way, while you're doing that, there's a tug on your pant leg, and a groupie is saying, "I'm hurt, dancing dwarf. I'm hurt. What? Do you have any water? Can you help me, dancing dwarf?"
Dance, dance, dance.
I can burn him for you if you want.
And as you guys are standing there, you notice it's a little bit like Night of the Living Dead, but guys with dislocated shoulders, limping and crawling are coming over the crest. Dancing dwarf, help us. You're
I don't
our
understand.
only hope.
Oh my god.
I don't understand why they're following me. I did nothing. Just,
You've got those kind of moves, man.
man.
You got moves like Jagger. You're welcome.
Oh dear.
Get out of here.
Yeah, please.
um.
Are you just gonna?
I mean,
are you,
you
gonna
do have a
leave,
flask of water.
Are you gonna leave your buddies?
Yeah, I do. I'll give him a flask of water.
Dancing dwarf,
compassion.
thank you for helping me.
Moonwalk away from him.
No response?
Moonwalk away from him.
What a terrible idol. Listen,
Oh, my
we can.
goodness.
If
I
you
don't know what
want, dance, Morgan, dance.
Why? I don't want any part of these guys.
You've been elected to this position of power.
Yeah.
Listen, we
Great
can dance
power
if you want to,
Comes great
or we can leave your
responsibility.
friends behind.
Oh dear.
Vidar, while all this is going on and they're kind of occupied with the groupies, out of the corner of your eye, something just moved off into the trees at a distance of about 50 yards. Something definitely moved.
I let everyone know, and I try to sneak behind a tree.
You're able to do that, but now the groupies, wounded like Night of the Living Dead, are gathering around the party, and they're all tugging on Borgen and asking for water, healing, anything he can do for them. Now, but as you move to the edge of the trees, Vidar, you look out there, and those two cloaked figures are still coming, definitely in the direction of the grave site where the kobold was being buried by the city guard.
I tell everyone to run.
Are we
Why?
running towards
Why am
them
I
or
running? What am I running from?
I just
Vidar?
told you about the thing I saw in the trees.
Yeah. Basically, at this point, the party, the wounded groupies are grabbing onto the party legs,
Oh no.
us, and we're hurt, and we need water, and they're kind of like, well, dead weight.
All right, so I grab the bracelet,
Okay.
and by the tree, and I just dig and I hide it, and I hide it by the tree.
Okay,
And I want to remember
so
which tree
you
it is.
take the wrist, you take it off. It's kind of flexible. You can get it off over the hand of the kobold, and you move over toward the trees to bury it. Okay.
I want to go behind him because as soon as he buries it and leaves, I'm going to take.
You're
Okay.
gonna what?
Well, as you start to move and go in his direction, you have about 5 wounded groupies clinging to you, and I need water. Find my wound.
Borgin, take care of your swarm.
I've done everything I can to avoid them.
Do more. You haven't danced for them.
I have
Light
danced.
them
I
on
danced.
fire.
Vidar, you are able to get into the trees. You are able to dig out a hole and to bury that. You do not detect the cloaked figures coming any closer. This was successful.
Do I know of these figures that are coming towards us? Have I been
No,
told about that?
no. Well, I mean, you guys all kind of saw them from a distance, but what they are, what the cloaks are, nothing. You can't tell anything other than a kind of vaguely humanoid size cloaked figures, 2 of them. Yeah.
We need to leave here, like right now. We can't stay here any longer.
So am I on top of a tree or am I like behind a tree?
No, you're on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get on top of the tree and get my short bow out, and I want to try and tell these guys again, hide. Because I want to see
All right.
what these 2 cloaked figures are here for, but I don't want them to detect
Okay.
us.
So you can successfully climb the nearest tree. Now, how do you want to, with all of the groupies moaning and asking for water and things, how do you want to try to tell the party to hide with the moaning groupies?
Do I have any like pine cones
Whistle.
or anything I can just toss at
Sure. Yeah, there's pine cones. You can grab a pine cone and
Okay.
hurl it.
I grab one and I toss it at Sacco.
Okay. I rolled a 1. You delivered a critical hit to one of the groupies and he dies.
Oh,
Oh,
you're a bad person.
Holy
Oh,
smoke.
What are you doing, Vidar? What do you want? Why are you throwing pine cones at us and killing people?
Was the pine cone on fire when he did it too?
I'm gonna yell from the ground, Vidar. What are you doing? What do you want?
Wait, did they see that? Did they notice that?
Did who notice?
The party.
That's a good question.
Oh they know. One of the groupies goes. You hear a big thunk, and a groupie goes ugh, and falls over. Yeah, and they're like, "What? This guy just died. He was just pine coned."
I say hide.
You
idiots.
From the trees, Vidar's
Hide
voice
from the
says,
pine cone.
"Hide."
The tree is coming so
Fucking
fast.
pine cones are getting thrown at us. Magic pine cones. Deadly pine cones. Yeah, I'm gonna go run by the tree where he's at.
Okay. As you run to the tree, you're dragging 5 groupies who are clinging to you and
I'm gonna kick 'em
begging
off.
for water. Help.
Kick him off. I don't have any time for them.
Oh, okay. 19. As you're kicking them off, you kind of stumble to the ground, and you're clinging to you, and save me and help me, and I need water and stuff.
This is bad.
Um,
This is really bad.
I'm going to. Do I get the warning to hide? Do I hear that?
Yeah, you hear the voice. Oh, yeah. Mhm,
Okay,
yep.
I'll find a place to hide. I'm looking for a place to hide.
All right. 17 of the wounded groupies go with you, and they're all making noise and heal me and help me and dancing dwarf and
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Here we go. All right, I'm going to. Here's a question
Speech.
out of our no speech, no speech. If I cast sleep on Borgin, will the quote unquote zombies, the groupies, will they be able to tell that he's just really in the deep sleep, or like how deep is that sleep and for how long will it last?
I could only respond to actions taken and
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
spoken. All right.
I'm gonna cast sleep on Borgin.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully,
Roll to
Good
cast.
It has to be equal or less, right?
Equal or less.
Failure.
All right. However, one of the groupies clinging to him leans over and starts to snore. At this point, one of the groupies stands up and looks a little bit haggard, definitely has been run over by a horse, and starts to say, friends, we have to stop bothering him. We have to stop clinging to him. He's got a life too, and we have to. And he just goes into this trying to help out, and actually it seems to be working. All but 4 of the groupies determine that they, as the followers of the dancing dwarf, are going to band together, help each other out, and they start to lumber off toward town to get some help. The other 4 groupies simply are just too wounded to be able to move. The groupie that was helping you comes over and wants to apologize for all the trouble, and it's then that you notice he's a kobold.
Plot twist.
Okay. You need to. Okay.
Okay, so I'm still moving over to the tree where Vidar is, because he said run or hide, and so I'm gonna head that way and hide there.
Okay, you run to the trees and hide, and it's then, as you're running into the trees, that you notice the 2 cloaked figures at a distance of about 50 yards. They are stationary, not moving your direction, but definitely looking that way. Still can't tell what they are, though.
Can I detect intent from here?
Yes, you can. You have line of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Am I still near Borgin?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Zach, and then
Success.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what you pick up on detect intent. You are picking up wariness and concern. They definitely are perplexed about a course of action. They strongly want to take a particular course of action. They're perplexed about how to do that course of action. Currently, they are waiting, and they're going to respond to something, but you don't know what the something is.
Okay,
they're not immediately aggressive, but they're not non-aggressive either. They're just kind of really perplexed and thinking through how are they going to accomplish whatever the objective is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and convey that as best possible to Vidar, because he's the one closest to me. Kind of whisper up the tree to him. And
let's see.
He's pointing.
You can do that. You can do that.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah, I'm going to let him know. So
all right. Good. Okay, Nillian?
I thank the kobold for his assistance.
Cool.
And I ask him if he's been aware of anything strange going on lately, other than the obvious zombie dance that just happened.
Oh, yeah. He says yes. He says people from my village are disappearing.
Is there anything particular that binds them together other than being kobolds?
He says it's kind of random, but it's definitely happening. And he says, you know what the worst part? Our tribal leaders are trying to pass it off like nothing's happening, but it's obvious. We're catching on to this. People are disappearing.
Is Nakesh one of your tribal leaders?
He says yes.
Okay. Jeez.
Does he also have the insignia on him?
This kobold does not.
Okay.
But Sako has the insignia. I wave.
I
over
got
to
the
Sako.
insignia.
No, you've got it. Morgan's got
I've
it.
got it. Yeah.
Okay, Morgan's got
So I guess I'm gonna ask him about the insignia. This kobold.
He says he's seen that around, and he actually has seen that on some of the tribal leaders, that some of them have been seen wearing it. He doesn't know what it means. He doesn't know where it's from. It's definitely not a tribal mark.
Oh, side note, Vidar, we should probably not have our headphones in. Or Pedro, we should probably... Just because we can hear this conversation.
Oh,
Can we hear?
yeah.
Are we within earshot or no?
No, you're within earshot
okay.
because when he yelled hide, all of you over in the same general direction. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Never mind then. Who's Nakesh again? Nillian, you remembered and I don't.
Nakesh is the leader of the Nama Raiders, I believe, if my notes are correct.
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
I thought he was sent by the Arnama raiders.
No, he's the leader of the Unarmored
okay.
Raiders, and the other two that we killed initially in the Green Dragon were part of the Unarmored Raiders who were
Okay.
sent by Nikesh.
Okay.
He says, how do you know his name?
Okay. We encountered two of your kind in town at the Green Dragon, attempting to kill us. We don't know that for sure, actually, but I'm gonna say that.
This baffles him. Although he's not surprised that you did find kobolds with the insignia, what they would have been doing in town, under those circumstances, it baffles him.
If I ask something from the tree, can they hear it?
Yeah.
Will it like?
How loud is it if he does that?
Yeah. Will it disclose my location to the two other figures?
It's hard to say. At 50 yards, it'd have to be pretty loud for them. Well, it'd have to be pretty loud for them to hear anything definite.
Okay, so I want to say as low as I can. I want to say, "Where's your village?"
What? I couldn't hear you.
I hate you so much.
Guys, did Vidar say something? Because I can't.
You're about to get dropped from this.
Did he say he was gonna burn something?
The tree lights.
I heard the word burn.
He says it's on the Turlian Plain, west of Zoralan.
In Kobold, what is your name? I don't think we've got.
His name is Dagesh. Dagesh. Dagesh.
So we have two. I turn to Morgan and say we can either investigate this, but we also have the issue of Baron Mafir.
Mm-hmm.
Dagesh, what do you know about the Baron? What is your the general Kobold consensus on Baron Mafir?
He doesn't know much about him other than he says, for really throughout the entire Third Age, men and kobolds have gotten along better than anyone else can remember, at least in this area. It's not like been buddy-buddy, but it's also not been, there's not been antipathy. They've done fine. The kobolds are welcome in Zoralan. He is very upset about the recent kind of mob reaction where some people want to blame the kobolds for the explosion, but with regard to the Baron, he's never been any trouble.
Could you safely lead us to your village?
Sure, he says. Yeah, there is some commerce that goes back and forth between the village and between Zoralan. It's never been a problem.
How many days trek is it from here?
Oh, he says it's about half a day.
It's not bad. I think we should check them out.
What do we say, fellas?
Definitely. While we're talking, I want to glance over. Do I still see the other two cloaked figures? Are they still hanging out, kind of?
They definitely are there.
Have Sako and
Vidar,
thank you. Have they made us aware of them still being there? Because I know you yelled out and
No, all I said was hide. I don't think you know why.
Yeah. However, remember you guys all did see the cloaked figures from before. Before you came to the mound, you saw them. But with regard to them being closer, no, nobody has said anything yet.
All right, I'm not going to. I don't want Nellian to give another speech to them.
They have not gotten any closer. They've not gotten any farther away either. But they have not come closer since the last time you saw them. Yeah.
So I assuming I see these guys as well. I think we all do by now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the kobold, hey, do you know who those guys are out there?
Oh no.
He looks and he says, no. Hey, have they been there all along?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
They've been there for a while.
Yeah, we noticed them a little while ago.
He says, well, maybe they don't mean us harm. They haven't come any closer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any metallic objects in the sky? I have no other way to describe that.
Well,
good question, Nellian. Good question.
Some of my people talk about the floating stars. I don't know. He says, I don't know if it's really real or not.
Can we move on? Can we keep moving while I ask him? Like, can I signal?
Oh, yeah,
to
absolutely.
Sako? I want to signal
Yeah.
to Sako and Vidar that we're
Okay.
going.
Mhm.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, I say to the kobold, "Tell me of these floating stars or these metal stars."
Okay, so that I'm clear, you're walking in a direction that is away from the cloaked figures.
Correct.
Is that right? Okay. Are you going to
Unless-
kind of come
Oh, before we
around
go-
the mound and go back to the city?
Yeah,
Well,
I wanted.
no.
Well, I kind of wanted to. I wanted to see if Dagesh recognized the kobold that they were bearing. I was just kind of curious. So if we can,
If the kobold was recognizable, he would have, but he doesn't know who this is.
Okay.
But his village isn't small. It's a pretty good sized place. So he knows a lot of people, but doesn't know everybody.
okay.
As you're walking away, Dagesh will relate the legend of the floating stars. Some among his people claim, now this is a claim, that if you look to the sky, and it has to be very, very early before the first rays of the sun start to come above the horizon, you can actually see, not often and not a lot, but every now and then you can catch a star moving in kind of an erratic way. Sometimes they'll like go up and down. Sometimes they'll move across. Sometimes they seem to kind of move at you and get bigger and then go back and recede and get smaller. But all the rest of the stars in the sky are stationary when this happens. Now, some of his people have attributed this to the prophecy. Some other of his people have attributed it to the work of shamans and mystics. Still others claim that they ought to quit hitting the special sauce they keep in the jugs hidden out back. Yeah.
Could
So,
you tell us of the prophecy?
One thing.
well,
can
Vidar, you look
so
like you want to say something.
yeah, so them three are walking away with him. I still want to be up on the
Yes.
tree because I want to see if these cloaked figures come over after they leave and what they do.
That's really good because they do. They are approaching the location. As they're coming forward, you get a better look at them, and now you see that their cloaks match the cloak of the Outworlder who had said, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to get out of this. I don't like what they're doing here. The two cloaked figures, as they approach your area, seem to be, one of them is holding some sort of object, roughly rectangular, clearly made out of some kind of metal, and he's waving it back and forth as he walks. He looks up, he sees you, and looks at you, and does nothing, while the other one stoops over, undigs the communicator bracelet thing, and they back up while they're still keeping an eye on you, looking at you. They back into the trees, and then one of them reaches to a wrist, and they shimmer and disappear.
What?
Damn it.
They saw